let's examine our drawing tools and see what their advantages and disadvantages are. Charcoal is easily manipulated and can give you large, complete drawings in a short period of time, but it's a very dirty medium to use. In the studio, however, that can be overcome with frequent hand washing. An advantage is that you're able to create a wide range of values with a single piece of soft compressed charcoal. To do this most easily, you should choose a large piece, either round or square, with smooth, flat edges that you can use to make broad strokes. The paper always represents the lightest value, unless you also keep a stick of white pastel handy for specific small highlights. How much pressure is applied, or number of strokes in the same area, will determine how dark a value is laid down. Obviously, you can see that the charcoal is really a pretty dirty medium to work with. Pencil is a cleaner medium and more portable. For doing quick sketches on location, when you're in a hurry and don't have time to set up and paint, you can accomplish a great deal with a small drawing pad and a soft 2B school pencil. Drawing tools everyone has at hand. I like to use a pencil that has no wood casing and is made entirely of graphite. I can use it on its point or on its side, just like the soft charcoal. It's a bit dirtier to use this way because the graphite will get on your hands, but a wet travel tissue can be all the cleanup you need. I like a soft 6B pencil that makes really dense, dark values without pressing too hard on the paper. Paint is a good drawing medium for these demonstrations because you'll see not only how value plays a role, but also how to apply paint at the same time you're drawing. Many painters combine drawing and painting, so it's almost impossible for the beginner to distinguish which elements are drawing and which are painting. That's the reason for my using paint in this program. Using only black and white to make the various values, it will become obvious that most painting considerations are really drawing decisions. Color is the only element present in painting that is not present in drawing. Once we solve the problems related to drawing, then the rest doesn't seem so overwhelming. Brush mixing between black and white to produce a range of values between them is a haphazard way of going about a very delicate process. I have mixed with the palette knife 8 values of gray between black and white, for a total of 10 discrete values. Of course, there are an infinite number of values between each adjacent pair of values, but the untrained human eye can't differentiate differences smaller than these. Even skilled painters can hardly distinguish 20 discrete values. I'll be referring to the values I use in the demonstrations by their numbers, so you can become familiar with them. You can use the printed value scale contained in your video case to mix and compare values. The numbered values relate to the following verbal descriptions. 1 equals black. 2 equals dark. Value 3 equals half dark. Value 4, medium dark. Value 5 is medium. Value 6, medium light. Value 7, half light. Value 8, light. Value 9, highlight. And value 10 equals white. You can see why a verbal description might be hard to understand. What exactly is the difference between medium dark and half dark if you don't know the value rating in numbers? Rather than using words as descriptors, value numbers are specific and measurable. It's rather like trying to describe how cold it is in words without using a numbered temperature rating like 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Numbers are specific. Learn them and use them. Once you learn the value ratings of the paint colors you use on your palette, you'll be able to use color more effectively. For instance, cadmium yellow light is value 8 right out of the tube. Cadmium red light is value 5, and ultramarine blue is value 2. If you want to know the exact values of your palette of colors, take a black and white photo of flattened color swatches of each color and compare them when they appear as shades of gray. Often, color distorts our perception of value, and it's important to know what value a pure color is because of how its use will affect our drawings of three-dimensional shapes. In most of the still life demonstrations, I've chosen light, white, or colorless objects to eliminate the confusion that color introduces into the study of value. This allows me to show you the entire range of values that occur in any given setup. You may work along with me using any of the three tools I've shown you: charcoal, pencil, or paint. If you're using paint, I recommend that you tone your surface with a light wash of black thinned with turpentine and allow it to completely dry before using it. This gives you an immediate contrast in value if you need to indicate something with pure white. Without a toned surface, it's hard to see the effect.